Hold on. We'll be polite. Let me get out of my chubby friend's way.
Thank you.
Look at that. You're welcome. Oh, look at you being all polite. This might be a really...
He ran out of propane and was getting cold out here.
I have a fresh one there, but I didn't want you getting over
Thanks
it.
for lighting it up.
That shit's expensive now. Hello, welcome to HLPS. It's been a little bit. We got Thanksgiving coming up.
What the hell you been doing?
Somebody else has been busy. I've been here drinking alone like George Thorogood.
Might have been busy
Yeah.
watching the women work.
Okay, it's a good thing the women don't watch this program.
No, we've been. It's gone from what, summer to fall.
Fall big time today. I thought it was snow and leaves.
We're past Halloween, although I must tell you that. Well, okay, so Casey, just play the video.
Okay, we're shooting a show tonight, but I snuck in Bud's house. I want you. This is Bud's chair. It's an extra wide. He typically sleeps there. Okay, but look what he has next to his chair. That's our boy.
Okay, we're back.
Okay.
You're gonna find out about it.
Now I gotta wait for Casey
You gotta
to do
wait.
his shit.
You gotta wait for Casey to do his shit.
All right, Casey, hurry up, because I'm dying to know.
Because that was all on you.
Will it be something I remember doing?
Oh, you'll remember.
Okay. All right.
All right. So
Fair enough.
anyway,
We're back and we're doing a highly controversial. Well, it's not controversial. There are people that are strong on either side of this,
yeah. Well,
and we didn't even consider it. But we're doing.
Well-
I've been told I got to call whiskey now. Would you present the whiskey?
okay.
Or the
So
bourbon?
this is what we're doing. All right. So just a little bit here. I went looking on the bottom shelf on my knees, and I'm down there, and I'm like going, I don't think we've done this one before, but it's an obvious one to do.
I didn't even consider it.
But before we get to that,
Okay.
I would like to do one thing.
Okay.
Right here, I just
Oh.
want to make sure everybody sees this because that is the new number one on the board.
That's my new number one. Period.
Bud's been working on it pretty hard.
That you could make an old fashioned. You could sip it on the rocks. It's actually just a very neat. It's a tasty bourbon.
We
our
recommend
opinion.
this. We recommend this one highly. It whooped out a lot of space up there.
It did, and just let me remind you all, we're coming to you. I'm a little upset. We come to you as a service, really. This is really. People get all wrapped up on the best of this, the best of that, and the nuances of this and that. And in fact, a lot of people want to just impress their friends with their whiskey collection, and most of their bottles are still full. Look, if you enjoy a certain whiskey, drink it. It's what you like. But don't be afraid to go down to the lower shelves and try it, because there's a lot of good tasting whiskey down there. And so don't be a whiskey snob.
I'm going to go ahead
For your benefit.
I'm going to go ahead and say it because I haven't had my butt whooped in quite a while.
Good.
But all these whistle dicks, Blanton's the best. We're doing our Blantons. You know, okay, what's better, a Ferrari or a Lamborghini? Who cares? We're down here in the trenches.
We're fighting over.
They're like, what's the best $40 bottle of bourbon?
And 40 is middle ground.
Anyway, so here we go.
Believe me, I've got a hell of a collection in there of really good whiskeys.
Me
when
too.
I want but
But
that's
this
not
is what I drink.
This is not what I drink.
Look,
This has really opened up my eyes.
we are not hypocrites.
No.
This is what we drink.
But a
Because
lot of-
mainly we have a lot left over after the show. No, I was joking. But here we go.
there it is.
Boom.
Jim
There it
Beam.
is.
The
The bean.
That'll bring back a lot of memories for a lot of college students.
Let me tell you what. I think it's the most controversial whiskey there is. Because there are people who absolutely hate it, people who absolutely love it. Then there's people who hate it and have a Jim Beam hat in their bedroom.
Okay, that's not being hypocritical because they have other products, okay? You know, I'm going to give this already a higher score because of this.
Yes, the sound of success.
Well, you don't have to borrow my knife to open up the thing.
I know.
So, because you've been such an expert at pouring and not spilling. By the way, why don't we set that down there?
There is, by the way, there's a stain right here.
And he's got a part on his arm that won't tan anymore because it was soaking in it.
All right.
All right. So.
Oh, wait, hold on a second.
What?
Turn the music off.
Oh, you couldn't hear that anyway. But by the way,
We don't want to get kicked off YouTube. It was kind of nice to listen to, though.
it was. I was digging.
All right. So anyway, let's get right to it. This is the beam. What do we know about it?
What we know about this is very little, other than it's changed since its ownership changed.
Overseas.
This claims to be the world's #1 bourbon. Now, it may have the highest sales in bourbon because Jack Daniels is the highest selling whiskey because it's not a bourbon.
Sure.
Although it has all the characteristics of a bourbon.
And it says
Whoa.
right on the bottom.
God, that smells like shit.
I'm really not smelling much.
Okay, well maybe I
did have some issues earlier, but
yeah, I couldn't hold my breath long enough to go back and.
I'm not smelling a whole lot.
No, I just got a straight ethanol when I just jammed my nose in there. I didn't do it right. Oh no, you're right. There's not a whole lot in there.
There's not a whole lot going on. All right, shall we? Let's and remember, we do this for you.
All right, this is a taste, not a chug. Okay.
I got to tell you. Let me go first, please. It's not as pleasing as I thought it would be.
No, it isn't.
It really is not pleasing.
It's not pleasing at all. Now just wait.
I-
See if something comes up.
I was prepared to go high on this today, just to anger him.
It doesn't anger me. Hey, look, everybody has a different flavor profile that they enjoy.
I guess we see why you put a Coke in with this or something.
Anything. Let me tell you what. I make in my view, a killer barbecue sauce, and it's got a lot of bourbon in it. I made a sauce. I bought a handle of this years ago, and I made barbecue sauce. I put it in, followed my recipe that I've developed over a long time, and I used that whiskey, and it ruined it. So I won't even use that in my.
Dude,
But at the end, after you get over that burn, it's bringing some sweet flavors.
I can get a little sweet, but I'm not getting much flavor at all.
Oh, did you do it like that douchebag did? For every year that it's
Aged, you
You gotta
smell it twice,
oh,
you swish it twice.
you got to let it breathe for that amount of time. And
That's
then-
right, and you got to swish it twice.
Right.
No, I didn't.
Maybe that's what your problem is.
No, still. I tell you, I was not. You know what? I guess I rose-colored glasses because.
Well, do this for me then. All right, we're going to come fresh off of finishing this drink. Would you? I've been told I have to call up a bottle. Would you reach down and bring up another bottle?
You know, it's the. We got to be dramatic.
Okay, yeah. Bring up another bottle.
Bring up another bottle.
This, on the other hand, Jim Beam Black, is delicious.
But we're only rating.
Right, but I want to
Jim Beam
compare
Black.
the two, the difference between these two. Oh, the mash bill on this, by the way, it should be good. You got 75% corn, 13% rye, 12% malted barley. And
If you get the water from Frankfort, Kentucky,
maybe that's it.
that may be it.
And this is coming in at 80 proof, and I think this is too.
I bet that's 89.
I'll bet it's not. Shit. You don't even have your glasses on. Yeah, you do. Even with my glasses, I can't read that in this romantic light.
Yes, 86.
86. All right. This used to have an age statement on it, and as you know, in the bourbon world, if it says 8 years, the minimum age of anything that goes into it needs to be 8 years. After the change of hands, immediately when they ran out of those labels, it became extra aged, which could be a day, it could be a year, it just says extra
It
aged.
could absolutely be a. It could absolutely be a day.
It could be 2 hours, okay? And I want you to taste the difference between these two. This thing, I mean, it rated up at a 95 for the people that taste unicorn tears. You know,
Well,
so
yeah, I believe that.
yeah, I do. But it was my go-to for the longest time.
Okay. I mean, it's uneventful. You know,
You know,
I had high hopes, but it was uneventful.
I'm telling you what, it's giving me the face. I don't think she's going to make the board.
RBF?
No, I don't have RBF.
Okay.
I'm usually happier than
Okay.
that. So I'm not trying to sway anybody's vote. He could give this a 10. I won't look at him the same way from then on.
Wait, should we vote before we try the black?
Yeah, because it's not. It's. But I want you to be fresh off of that.
Oh, no.
What you just
I
had.
am.
That's a good mixer.
Ready?
Oh, I made it really small. Go ahead. What'd you put in?
6-2.
5-0.
Yeah.
And I don't know. We should have been keeping track of how we rated each one of these. I'd be curious to see.
That was
5-0 was not my lowest. I'm sure.
That is no. There were some 4s, but that's a lot of housekeeping.
Yeah.
We only have so much room. Okay, well, you know, it is what it is now.
So I'm going to give you the song right off the bat, and the song actually really doesn't match this bourbon because it's a pleasant song, but it did say the opening line of that is "Rot whiskey going to ease my mind."
that it does well.
Okay, so it follows that for us.
Yeah, it does.
All right, and it's Zach Bryan. I remember everything.
And which is really ironic because after drinking that, you will forget everything.
Well, you know what? That's probably a good thing because you're dealing with some pain.
You're just left with an empty glass bottle the next morning
Yeah.
and some sausage gravy on your chest.
But you remember the girl? That's happened. And by the way, sausage gravy on your chest, really, if you could visualize what that would look like all dried up on your shirt and your pants, it just looks like a bad night.
Well, that's pretty lovely. Okay, but you know, let me just say something.
I'm going to put a cap on this.
Thank you. Okay, so I guess it was a couple weeks ago. Bud sent me a video from his Ring doorbell.
Oh, yeah, it's a PSA.
And I know that this happens. But, you know, Bud's kind of a boating, trailering. He really is kind of an expert at this. And so I'm looking at the video, and it's, you know, Bud carrying stuff back into the house. And, well, let's just, you view the video, and then we'll talk about it.
Want me to bring the throat back, put on the throat.
So, okay, this could be a PSA. No matter how level you think your ground is, it looks pretty damn level. And we were doing all kinds of stuff on that boat because we're taking it down for the season. And I'm walking, as I turn the corner, it sounds like somebody's coming down my gravel driveway.
Yeah,
said
something was coming down your gravel driveway.
Well, but nobody could. I had the boat, I had my truck, I had all that shit in the driveway, and I turned to look, and I watched my trailer and my boat going down. There was nothing I could do.
So the way the boat was rolling was towards the creek.
Oh yeah, it was headed that way. But a good thing, we got this giant pine tree right here. Yeah, we would have mowed over the little tree right there, but it stopped.
Yeah, but your wife doesn't like that tree anyway.
Well, but it was, I found it funny. Now I had to go back, get the truck, back it up. So remember to chock your wheels no matter how level you think it is. Both sides, because it could roll towards your truck, and that would have pissed me off.
That would have been Trader Bob.
That's
By the
right.
way, Trader Bob was over earlier, and he is not drinking or smoking, right?
Right.
Oh man,
And
he was tighter than Dick's hat band.
hey, chewing gum, Nicorette, like a cow chews its cud.
Oh my God,
But don't worry, Bob. I love you.
it was pretty funny. Do you have your knife? Or I can just burn it off with that torch of yours.
Well, that is a technique.
It is a technique.
Shit.
I'll just keep working it. Let me see.
I don't have my. Oh, the knife's under there.
Under where? Yep, I got it. Look, we're professionals. Don't try this at home.
I'll bet you don't pull out the knife first time. Oh.
Boom, shagalaga.
Look at you go.
So anyway, anyway.
But I want you to
anywhere.
taste this and tell me.
Okay, so you know we're gonna get some slap back because we're gonna stick it in the same glasses.
I know, but okay, let's do this. We'll get every little drop out of there. That little bit, yeah, there are some people that would make a difference to them. But the difference with the little residual in
You
there.
open it.
Oh my God, honey.
This is a problem. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Now this is presumably it's extra aged.
Okay,
So
I'm
do we
gonna
go?
let it just sit there a couple seconds.
Let it breathe a little bit.
So, how many swishes do I do for extra age?
Well, it used to be 8 years, so that would be 8. I don't know what it is now. It's already coming in at a much darker color.
It already smells better.
Oh yeah, it's a higher proof. It's got a lot more body. And look, my taste buds are pretty simple. When I catch molasses, I like a woodsy, spicy flavor. Okay, like the double oak. All right, here we go.
I don't know where to go with that. Okay, that definitely.
That's not even the same.
No, you definitely have taste the minute it hits your
The
tongue.
minute it hits your tongue, and you know what you don't get any of? That straight ethanol that you got to work through. Like that should have, the burn that you got with that, for me, was similar to the 128 proof that we did.
But it wasn't pleasant.
No,
There's nothing
there was
pleasant
nothing
there.
that pleasant that came after
Yeah.
it. So, there you go. Now, that's our review, basically. You got anything to say?
I do.
Well, tell them, not me. Well, you obviously haven't told me because I don't know what you have to say.
Well, I would like to make a toast to my new grandbaby, K-Mac Mackenzie. Welcome to the world.
His new name is Grump. It's not Gramp, it's Grump.
G-Dog.
G-Dog. Oh, I can't call you that.
Okay, so that was enjoyable.
Yeah, I would sip this, and I have sipped this. I've gone through many handles of this.
That was enjoyable. Well, ironic that Jim Beam is written in white for Jim Beam White. Didn't plan that out.
Well, it's what we do all of them.
Yeah, but it was, come on, don't step on me.
I'm sorry, I'm stealing your time.
All right, while
3 shots.
Could you give me the white, please?
We're not making this.
And do you have anything else to talk about?
I don't think I do.
Can you talk about? I don't know if we should talk about this, but your crab traps.
Oh Jesus! All right, pulled the crab traps out of the dock,
I came over for this because he said I got this huge crab,
and
in
it
the
was
crab
giant.
and it was a giant.
I mean,
It was a giant crab.
it was huge. I was looking forward to it, and there was no bait in these traps. I didn't abandon them. I was just done.
There was some funk left in them.
Yeah, from the leftover crabs that each of them were eating. So those are extra crabby, right?
Yep.
So Jim's got some traps. He goes, yeah, I might do that, because they come back in here and it'd be great. So as soon as I pulled the second one, he says, I'm not doing this. There's a flippin' otter in the trap. An otter. The otter was longer than the trap is wide. These are the big traps. He made it in that little opening, made it up to the top, and his tail's curled around, and he's all the way in there.
There was no bait. There was no reason for him to go in there.
So the poor bastard died, obviously, because apparently they got to breathe.
Yeah, apparently they're not fish.
It took me probably 5 minutes to get him out when I opened the door and tried to get him, because you had to bend some things around just to get him out the giant door.
I know your hands were pretty funky after that.
Well, it wasn't nothing like the. I got a muskrat in there one year, and I picked it up and I said, I don't feel like dealing with this today. I let it stay for another week. That thing was so funky, and I put it over in the woods.
Yeah, I know, because I went for a walk and I thought I had no idea what happened in the woods.
Well, the vultures didn't even eat this funky thing.
No, you could have covered it.
Oh, dude, I had to wash the wheelbarrow. I had to wash everything that I drug them over there with. But on a serious note, muskrats sunk my last boat. They brought down a 36-foot. Yeah. And I got a picture of the muskrat when they were raising the boat, swimming on the back deck. I asked the guy, did you kill him? He says, no, he was just doing what muskrats do. You can't blame the muskrat. I said, I guess you got a point.
Insult to injury.
That's why the little pontoon is now called Muskrat. So, on that note, now you know. Drink Jim Beam White at your own peril.
Yeah.
Our opinion.
Yeah, you better have a 6-pack of cola for it, because that's the only way you're getting through it.
Or lemonade, or...
But how do you know that that's what college kids drink? Because neither of us went to college.
Because my neighbor.
Oh, okay.
I made mention of this to him years ago, and he goes, "Oh man, my son brought that shit home. It just reminds me of my college days because his son was in college." I go, "Really? It ruined my barbecue sauce."
We were working. All right. Well.
All right. Remember, motor down.
Kickstand up.
Twist the lid. And finally, don't be a whiskey snob. There's a lot of really good tasting budget bourbons, and if you want to, hey,
just look right there.
Just save your fancy bottles, because believe me, your friends aren't going to know the difference. All right.
Wait. One more thing.
Oh shit.
Remember Mark Twain, when he would have a dinner party, he would take the labels off his really good cigars and put them on really bad cigars and put them at everybody's place setting, so that he didn't waste his good cigars on people that didn't care.
There you go.
So, if you look right here, there are some good bourbons here you can find. Oh, there's one last thing. Please, inflation update.
Oh, it was under $20
That was our threshold.
for a bottle. Now it's 25. Because the same stuff that we were buying, it's really skyrocketed. But nevertheless, I'm still pulling a handle of one of my favorites is Evan Williams. Okay, and a handle is 25, so it's still good. But anything we get now is going to be 25 and below.
$14.99, and it wasn't worth it.
Well, how much would Aristocrat be?
Oh, that's like $12.99.
It's only a $2 difference.
Yeah.
I would drink that over Aristocrat. Okay, I really would.
All right. So
All right, thanks, guys.
good night.